Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Quinn Buckland, author of such books as The Engine What Runs the World, The City What Rules the World, the sequel, and Dead Man Walking. And today I am going to be going over the 5 things that I accomplished in 2022 that I am proud of. So, I don't want to keep anybody waiting, let's get into this. So, the first thing I would like to mention is I published my latest book, The City What Rules the World. It just came out not too long ago, so I don't even have like an actual copy of it, I just have the proof. But it is the sequel to my debut novel, The Engine What Runs the World, and I am just super excited to have this here and ready to go. I love the book. It is something that I am really happy to have released. It is the last book that I'm going to be self-publishing. Everything else from this on forward is going to be traditionally published, and I will get into that in a different video. But for right now, I just want to celebrate that I released my 6th novel. This is something that is still exciting to me. I still love every time I release a new book, and I get really excited to have one out. It is amazing to me. The next thing that I accomplished was that I wrote the first draft for 2 books. I wrote The Ides of LaMarche, which is a superhero horror book, and The Devil Wears a Suit, which I kind of describe as literature. It's literary fiction. And that is going to be the first one that I try to traditionally publish. I will also get into that in a later video. But I wrote 2 full books. I mean, I did basically take the majority of the year to not really do much of anything. I tried writing a few other books, but they just weren't speaking to me. But then I got writing The Devil Wears a Suit, and I finished that one. The Ides of LaMarche I wrote and finished in like January, February. So, I mean, that took it took basically no time at all to get that one going and written, because I just really wanted to get that one out of my head. It's got some really brutal scenes. But moving on. This year, I read over 50 books. 52 to be exact, which averages out to be a book a week, which honestly is not all that impressive until you realize that some of those books were The Wheel of Time, and Mistborn, and It, and a bunch of bigger Stephen King books. And yeah, I definitely read a lot of big books. It was mostly through Audible, if I'm being perfectly honest, but, you know, I drive for a living, so I have time to listen to audiobooks, and frankly, it's the only way I can get the majority of my reading in. So, yeah, I do a lot of audiobooks, and it's been really working for me. I've been able to get through a lot of books, a lot of which I probably would have never picked up in terms of physical copies had I not done the audiobook route. But anyway, I read 52 books, which is definitely nothing to shirk at. The next thing that I accomplished, and this is something that I am very, very, very happy that I did, I lost 50 pounds. That is not a small number of pounds to lose in a year. And the sake that I managed to do that is nothing short of amazing, especially for me, because I very much love my sweets and my salty snacks. But basically, I cut the majority of those out. And, well, I didn't cut them out completely because, well, I do like to enjoy things sometimes. I do actually kind of really like to have, you know, fun and enjoy things for the most part. I did come to realize that it's what I eat and how much I eat that really played a part in terms of my weight. And, you know, there is some exercise here and there. I don't go to the gym, but I do have a job that is somewhat physically demanding. Like, I'm a delivery driver, and I deliver auto parts, essentially, so there's a lot of heavy stuff that I have to lift, and that is essentially my physical exercise for the day. And yeah, no, I got a lot done. I got a lot going for me with that, and it really worked out for the most part. Lost 50 pounds. Loving it. I feel much better than what I did last year at this time. And finally, the last bit of accomplishment that I would like to talk about is I found contentment. This time last year, I was not in a good headspace. I fell into a really deep depression. I don't know why I fell into a depression, but I did, and it was hard. It was rough. Like it was really, really bad, and it was not something I was able to claw my way out of easily. Anyway, went on antidepressants for a bit. It wasn't good, but I think through the use of antidepressants and group therapy for a few weeks, I kind of got out of that depressive funk, and then I just kind of figured things out for myself. Like, I realized that I had some really good friends. I have a lot moving forward for me. You know, I have a career plan, which is frankly something that I didn't have a couple years ago. I've come to grips with my asexuality. I've come to grips with my aromanticism. I've come to grips with just who I am and that I don't need to feel embarrassed over the things that I enjoy. And through that, I've found my own piece of contentment. It's not that I'm a happy, happy, happy person. It's just that I'm happy. I'm good where I am. I have no complaints for the most part. But that's just where I am right now, and I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm not going to be all, yeah, I could have more, I want more, because that's not really what I'm about. But anyway, let's just keep moving, shall we? Actually, that's the last thing I have for you guys. Yeah, that's the last I have. So, this is the end of the video, so make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. And just have a good one, people, and make sure to keep writing. No, it won't be next video, but the video after next will be a video that contains more writing stuff. The next one is going to be my plans for this year and the stuff that I want to accomplish for this year. And yeah, like I said, keep writing. Hey, guess what, everyone? My latest novel, The City What Rules the World, is now available on Amazon in both Kindle and paperback. The links are in the description.